Well, hello! Welcome to another Pulling Threads video. Today I just want to whet your appetite a little bit, if you will, by giving you a glimpse into two of my favorite fairy tales by George MacDonald. The first story I'd like to introduce you to is called The Light Princess. And in this one, a king and queen have a lovely baby girl, but they forget to invite the king's sister to the christening. And the king's sister happens to be a witch, so she comes anyway and puts a curse on the baby girl that makes her have a lack of gravity. So right away they notice that she's kind of floating out of the nurse's arms. Though this naturally distresses the king and queen, they learn how to handle her by tying strings to her and whatnot, and she floats around the ceiling of the castle and only has a few mishaps. But as she grows up, they begin to realize that in addition to lacking gravity, she also lacks gravity. She cannot be grave. And because she lacks this gravity, she can't fall in love. Such a beautiful concept. So they set about trying to find a way to restore her gravity. But I won't spoil how they do that. You can go ahead and read it for yourself. The second story I want to introduce you to is called The History of Photogen and Nycteris. And now this is a short story in which an evil witch, again, kidnaps two babies, one a boy and one a girl. And she, as a sort of perverse experiment, decides to raise the boy only in daylight and never let him see the darkness or the night, and raise the girl in a dim room and never let her see the daylight or even the moon. But as these two children grow up and get more agency, they eventually find ways to escape their captor and get introduced to the other times of day. And while the boy knows he's brave and strong in the daylight, when he's introduced to the nighttime and sees the moon, he's just paralyzed with terror. And the girl, on the other hand, though she's smart and thoughtful in the darkness, when she sees the sun, she's just completely overwhelmed. Eventually, these two kids find one another and have to help each other appreciate what they couldn't appreciate on their own. Anyway, I think these are just two very beautiful short stories, and I highly recommend you check them out. They contain a lot that speaks to the nature and benefits of love. But I should get out of this river, so I'll see you next time. Maybe one of these days I'll start a video at an appropriate time and not have it end in darkness.